Now that the test series is over, it's time for a short one-day series, India versus Sri Lanka. Virat Kohli is resting from this one, but Ajit Agarkar isn't. He's joining us in studio to set this up for us. From an Indian point of view, an opportunity for a couple of guys who are around the team, guys like Shreyas Iyer and Manish Pandey, to really make an impression.
Yeah, and I hope they get their opportunities. I think Manish Pandey, for one, has been in and out of the team. I think Shreyas Iyer obviously comes in because Virat's rested. So it's an opportunity for him. Got a little bit of taste in the previous T20s that India played. Yeah, you know, Sri Lanka has not had a great run in one-day cricket in recent times. So good time to play them as well. But another opportunity for there are lots of guys. And you know, as you keep coming, I know there's still a long time for that World Cup, but as you keep coming closer, you want to start ticking enough boxes. So another opportunity for India.
How do you see Rohit going as captain, Ajit? You know him quite well.
I mean, he's had a lot of success with Mumbai Indians. Mumbai Indians have had a great team anyway. I'm sure he'll enjoy the opportunity. It's a real honor to lead your country. And he's had, like I said, he's had experience of doing it in high pressure situations. So I don't think it'll be too much of a problem, and especially when the Indian team's playing as well as it has.
Okay, now there are different formats. Would you be tempted to look at guys like Rahane, who doesn't get into the playing 11, and obviously, you know, even players such as Bumrah and Bhuvneshwar who are part of the test setup in South Africa. Is there a crossover between formats? Look at these games also as finding some things with regard to these guys. Maybe give Rahane a go, things like that.
I mean, the fact that they've kept him in the squad, for me, if he's playing one-day cricket or 2020 cricket, he's got to open. I'm not quite convinced with him batting in the middle order. So I'm sure if they've kept him in the squad, they might have a plan to play him at some stage. Maybe either Shikhar rest or maybe Rohit drops down the order. I hope it doesn't happen in the first game. But you want to try and play, if you can, all 15 guys. Look at it. You want to win the series as well, and you know, if you go one down, it becomes a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
But if you can win that first game, then it gives you the opportunity to rotate a little bit. I think India's played a lot of cricket, because there'll be tougher tests ahead, and you'd rather want to have your best 15 when you go at that time. And this is the time to try some guys out without being too disrespectful to Sri Lanka. If there was one team at this point in one-day cricket you want to try things against, is maybe Sri Lanka.
Yeah, and this is why Ajit says it. Just look at these numbers. 2017, you thought Test cricket was bad for Sri Lanka. How about their one-day cricket? 4 wins in 26 games. They've lost as many as 21 matches. 3 of those are whitewashes. There's only one way from here that's up, Ajit. They've been in real strife.
One of those 4 wins is in Champions Trophy against India. So yes. Sri Lanka's got a lot of talented players. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to put any results or performances together. You know, and 21 losses in 26 games in a format where you know you tend to have a lot more good days is quite sad for them. I think they need leaders. Angelo Matthews is back. Hopefully, you know, after that Test 100, he stands up for them and maybe shows some of the younger guys or newer guys the way forward, but you want Sri Lanka to be playing well.
Yeah, they've got a new leader as well, just as Ajit mentioned. Tesara Pereira has been given the job Upul Taranga's out of the captaincy role. Now, one of the Sri Lankan problems has been their middle order batting, and these numbers will establish that. And this is really, in many ways, Ajit, kind of a snapshot of their issues, just averaging 30.01 from numbers 3 to 6. They just don't have the middle order resources and that's why the tinkering's been going on.
Yeah, I think that chase against India in Champions Trophy tells you that they have the resources. Yeah. It's just about putting enough performances together to give, that's okay, they are rebuilding and maybe sometimes it takes time. I think Angelo Matthews missed a few games through injury, which doesn't help. Chandimal is not in the team, who's one of their experienced guys. But some of these guys have to stand up. I mean, that's a glaring stat. I mean, stats you can a lot of times use whichever way you want. But even against India and Sri Lanka, they got a few starts and then just collapsed. I mean, there was a pattern to their play. I think if they can correct that, they'll have enough runs on board, or if they are chasing, they'll have a better chance of winning the game than what they've been having. And that's one of the major problems at this point. The middle order needs to stand up.
All right, let's wait and see how this one goes. Of course, the one good bit of news for Sri Lanka is they go from Delhi to Dharamshala, where breathing the air will be a lot easier than it was for them in the Test match.